We are now joined by Andrew Blankstein. He's an investigative reporter for NBC News based out of Los Angeles. And I know you've been digging into the background of Shane Tamura. And one disturbing thing that you have uncovered is that he was on a couple of mental health holds here in Southern Nevada in the past, right?
Yes, that's right. We were looking at two in particular, one in 2022 and another in 2024. I think the question is whether what was the kind of interface with law enforcement, or was this voluntary? But in terms of kind of the background that was referenced by the New York Police Department yesterday, in terms of having a history of mental health, that would be what they were referring to. I think how does it play into kind of what we saw unfold in New York City yesterday? I think that's obviously part of this ongoing investigation.
So he had a 3-page note that was on his body at the time he committed suicide. We know that he suffered from CTE, most often associated with football players and hits to the head. And for some reason, in this letter that he wrote, this 3-page letter, he was blaming the NFL for that. Is that what you understand as well?
Yes, that's right. But I think one of the big questions here is he fixated on CTE. He had played high school football. But the question is, and obviously this will be part of an autopsy to determine whether he in fact had CTE. Now, anybody that's played, everything from youth football up to, through college and the pros knows that, we've put concussion protocols and everything in place in the last number of years to try to protect against head injuries. But at this point, there's no indication, at least as far as an autopsy, which is yet to be confirmed, what that's going to look like. And I think, but clearly he thought that was the case. And clearly, based on kind of these notes and what the New York City Police Department has released, that is going to be part of looking at and sussing out a potential motive in the case.
Yeah, and motive is difficult too, right? I mean, in this case, there is a 3-page letter that he wrote blaming the National Football League for what he describes as CTE, but he thinks CTE led to his mental health issues as well. But there may be more here because it seems very targeted. They're saying that he got on the wrong elevator when he was trying to go to the NFL offices. He didn't end up there, but he does end up on the 33rd floor of this high-rise building. And it seems almost when he got there that he targeted one specific employee. So when we talk about motive, it seems a little more convoluted than just what meets the face.
Well, I think you're exactly right. And ascribing motive is really one of the most difficult things that there is. Even if something points in a certain direction, it's hard to say when somebody has potential mental health issues, how they fixate on a certain things. And that's going to be part of this kind of follow-up investigation that we're going to see unfold in the coming hours and days. Obviously, they're going to be talking to people around him, his family, friends, people he went to school with, coaches. And then that kind of fills out one piece of the picture. But what does digital footprint look like? That's going to be a piece of this. Any other writings like you would reference in terms of what they found, not only in New York, but also law enforcement sources telling us it is residents in Las Vegas. And again, in the coming hours and days, we're going to see follow up by the New York City Police Department, which has detectives that are going to be out in Las Vegas looking at aspects of this. Obviously, Las Vegas Metro and the FBI are helping and aiding in this investigation. But ascribing motive is very difficult, especially somebody who, as police have said, appears to have had a past of mental health issues. And I think that, again, pointing to what he said was the issue of CTE, potentially looking at their fixating on the NFL as part of that. I think one of the things that delving into that digital footprint, for example, is it may tell us more. These interviews with family and friends will fill some of this out. But that's, I think, to focus too much on any one of these things is a little premature, just given how much investigation still has to take place here.
Andrew Blankstein, investigative reporter for NBC News based out of Los Angeles. Thank you. You gave us some tremendous insight. We appreciate it, and I know you'll be uncovering more facts about Shane Tamura over the coming days and possibly weeks as well. Thank you.
Thank you.